repositioning and we're adjusting, the thing that's always said and the thing that's always brought up is, hey, coach, inevitably, we're going to be inside at some point. We're going to have to fight on the inside, all right? So it's great to know the jabs and all that stuff and how to reposition and everything, but I'm going to get stuck on the inside. Well, I'm not going to say that you're never going to find yourself on the inside. I will say that you don't have to stay or be stuck on the inside, okay? A clinch in this game is actually an agreement between two people, okay? One person initiates it, the second person agrees to it, and they clinch. What I mean by that, if I'm here and Mike decides I'm going to tie him up and he moves in, I have to stand here and allow that clinch, okay? If I'm in here and he decides he wants to clinch and I move, that clinch doesn't happen, all right? So in order for that clinch to really happen, one person has to initiate it, the second man has to co-sign and agree to it, okay? If I don't want that, I can always move. I need to be in one spot for that clinch to happen. But there are things that happen on the inside that can be very beneficial by having that close stance also. So what we do is, let's say we find ourselves, one guy wants to be aggressive, and let's say you're a little late on reacting to it. So he moves in and he gets you on the, and you're getting right here, all right? Now, all is not lost. What you recognize here is you see where his shoulders are squared to his opponent? This is what allows the advantage of the stance to go away. Now it's a neutral freaking opposition. They're both standing in here. So what you want to do, honestly, if you find yourself inside here and you find this, establish that angle again. There you go. And you kind of just move your hips. Right. And now you can adjust out of there. You can adjust. You can move. Right? So now, when you're in there, you're here. This guy comes in, he grabs, boom, he stands in here. That's it. Now you can establish that and move. Now, and you can also, your options here are pretty vast by getting the same position. Boom, okay, now you failed to move, now you readjust, and I want you to step back and then come around to the outside. You have all of those options. You don't want, for your opponent, when he comes in and grabs you, don't allow him to curl their arms and get in here, and they do a lot, now you're caught. So as they make that commitment here, you're moving. And you're right here. There is nothing ever in this game that's going to force you to stand in here, and because your opponent pushes in, you push back. As opposed to pushing in this way, if he comes in and wants to apply that pressure, I'm moving. You have to allow that. You have to agree to that in order for that clinch to be effective. And if you find yourself in a clinch, recognize that. Recognize that and put that in your mental database so that you understand, I'm not going to stand here for this anymore. I'm going to have to make this tougher for my opponent. And it actually opens up your offense, because if he's hell-bent on clinching, then he's not using his hands to punch. So as you make that adjustment and get to the clearing, you're actually open to score. You're going to score a lot easier because his mind is on clinching rather than punching or even defending himself. So as soon as you move and you're not there and you don't agree to that clinch, you don't agree to that, you're moving out and there's open space for you to shoot. There's open spaces for you to run your offense. Just be aggressive. Being aggressive doesn't mean fighting downhill and just running right down in your opponent's face. It means making the right moves and establishing your positioning and then running your offense effectively. Okay? Making this man pay for the mistakes that he makes, that's aggression. That's effective aggression. You don't have to run at him like the Tasmanian devil and think that's the pressure that I need to win this fight. Your aggressiveness is coming from you making the right moves and then establishing your offense effectively. And you'll see how well that works for you. And you don't find yourself in these shootouts. You don't find yourself in these tough man situations where I'm taking your best shot to give my best shot and this and that. You can actually eliminate that simply by fighting a lot smarter, okay?